On World News tonight, they held a democratic election in Iraq for the first time in more than 50 years.
Very, very happy today.
Millions of Iraqis grateful for the chance to participate, but others have rejected the process and the U.S. occupation. There are hard days ahead. In Hawaii today, the cost of war, paying tribute to 30 Marines who died in a helicopter crash on Wednesday.
From ABC News, this is World News Tonight with Peter Jennings, reporting tonight from the U.S. military headquarters in Baghdad.
Good evening from Baghdad. Don't underestimate the determination of the Iraqi people to have a say in their future. They haven't had the opportunity in more than 50 years. When this day is over, whatever the official figures of who voted and who stayed away, and we won't know today, those who went to the polls today did so with great enthusiasm. The violence has persisted in many places through the evening. 9 or 10 suicide bombers and lots of mortar attacks on polling stations have certainly bloodied the process. More than 40 people have been killed. But there were a lot of persistent Iraqis today. One election observer tells of people getting back in line to vote after they were attacked. It seemed a strange way to experience the democratic process from the back of a heavily armored vehicle. But all over Baghdad today, there is no question that it looked like an occupation. The 1st Cavalry Sergeant Major with us agreed there hasn't been this much armor on the streets since the U.S. conquered Baghdad. U.S. and Iraqi forces, but mostly the U.S. Highways in every direction were closed. Checkpoints were everywhere. Iraqis who wanted to go anywhere were obliged to walk. And in Baghdad, people walked to the polling places. They did so in groups and in pairs. Husbands and wives went together. Groups of women. There were a lot of women. Every 3rd name on the ballot was required to be a woman. There has been a lot of skepticism about today, and this doesn't fix the country, not by any means. For a couple of months, it has been argued by some serious people that the vote here should be delayed because so many people have been alienated by the occupation and don't think they have a stake in the future. But it was very clear in several parts of the country today, including here in Baghdad, that for some Iraqis, the future was definitely now. Here's ABC's David Wright.
A school surrounded with razor wire, and in the distance, gunfire and explosions. Not an inviting experience. Each voter 3
credit. Slow.